Come on.
I'm getting the connection is unstable.
It's working. Somewhat.
Hello. I'm hoping it works. I just got, as soon as I started to type, hi Angie, that my connection was unstable. So yeah, we're going to try. Hi Tanya. We are all unstable. Yes, we are, Popo. Yes, we are. Very much unstable. So how is everyone tonight? So my husband was talking to me. I must have been talking to the dog. So I got a head start while Brooke was live. I made these 2 tags. And we're going to try to fill this tag flip that I made. I have them all cut out. If it starts buffering or something, somebody tell me, please. The different sizes that I'm putting in there. I bet working all that overtime, you have to be tired. I took a nap. Tried to take a longer nap, but somebody called on the house phone, woke me up, and then the dog started barking, and yeah. It's hard to rest during the day in this house. Someone's always coming over. Oh, that's cool, Angie. So, how are all the unstable? Hey, y'all, to all the unstable. See, I can't even read. How are you, Text Judy? Are you feeling better? I think I forgot to turn off the autofocus. All right. Let's see if it'll let me zoom. I don't know why it won't let you zoom now. That's crazy. Just got here, feeling pretty good. That's good. Okay, so this tag, we can all see what I did there, right? It is just what we did back in grade school, where you weave the paper to make the background. Trying to find where it's not glaring. But there's some shimmer on some of it, so I just took strips that I had in my stash box over here and cut them into pieces the length that I need, and then glued one side down so that it would stay put. And this one is a piece of a manila folder with a decoupage napkin, some piano roll paper, one of Old Design Shop's little address labels, a ticket and a rose, and then I took some printed paper and put the back, because I put a staple here to hold this tool. So that's what I did. Ugh. Why is it when you get on a live or on a video, you start getting flashes? It's like, oh my God, it's hot in here. Okay. Now I look like Batman. This is the crazy show, y'all. Just say that. Okay. Anyway, I digress. Am I still going? There we go. All the stage lights. I just forgot I had this sweater on that's connected, and yeah. All the stage lights. That's what we'll call it. It's not getting old. Gonna be fine all day. As soon as I get on the YouTube, it goes south fast. All right, that's not an acre. I'm early, so I was getting a little antsy and needed to get started doing this. But I like the stage lights. I'm like an idiot tonight. Don't mind me. Don't act like me. So I'm just going to layer paper. We all know how to make a tag, right? Everybody does it a little different, though, I'm sure. So I don't like even edges most of the time, so I have to do torn edges. Anybody else go through that phase where you just feel like everything should be uneven because your life's uneven? Your grandson goes back home today, so I can go back to crafting. I can't talk. Enjoyed the chat and craft we do. We'll have to do that again. Yeah, that was fun. Hi, Pam. How are you? But I tore it really, really crooked. Now it's bugging me. So we're making tags. I don't know if you were here when I made the little tag flip book. We're going to fill the little pockets. I wish I had inked it up, but they fit in there pretty good. This one's a little bit tough to fit in because of the tag I had on it, or the ticket I had on it. And then this one. So we've got 2. We're working on number 3. Thank you. So we get these done. I made all these different shapes just so I could get started and not worry to death while I was cutting paper. Because, you know, it's kind of like watching grass grow. Oops. I tear edges more than I cut them. Yep. So I still have my little box of goodies sitting over here beside me. I'm not going to stick it in the screen this time, but we have some music paper. Once more people get here, if anybody else comes, I would all be thinking this woman's crazy and I don't want to go there. I'll show you the journal that I finished because I love it, and I used scrap paper in it. Used everything from my stash. Nothing was bought. So I'm pretty proud of that. Didn't print anything. It was all in the stash. Yes, thumbs up if you will. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody coming. So we're just layering up the tag. Yeah, I hope no one minds the show and tell. I love my journals. And I'm not keeping every little scrap anymore. I cleaned out my scrap bin that sits beside me and put everything into a little file. So it was more organized, which I like. Hey, Carla. Martiza. I'm not sure how you say your name. I'm not good with names. So, but hello. So I'm not showing you how I cut paper, but I show you how I ink it up. I don't know which is worse. I think I can ink edges all day long. And one more. Let's see what we got in here. That's a tag. There we go. We got some little scoreboard. I'm working on a journal and listening. Okay. I have an old, really old Uno score card thingy. We'll just use the graph paper from it. Oh yeah, Carla, congratulations on the new grandbaby. That's so fun. Do you live near your I think you said it was your granddaughter. That's so cool. I don't have any grandkids. Of course, I'm glad I don't have any grandkids yet. My daughter's only 22, so. It's some time. Okay, so now cut the extra edges off. Trim it up. You know how we do. So I made a little golden book from Old MacDonald How to Farm. 30 minutes. Oh, that's cool. And finished it. And now I've started one with Cinderella that my niece is going to give to one of her best friends for a baby book because she's having a baby girl. I don't have any green kids either, Brooke. No green kids. No purple. All I have is some brown kids. The little brown and brindled, cold-nosed little things. So there's the base for that tag. I'll lay the other two tags back out that I've already made. My doggies are my babies. Green aliens. That's funny though. That is funny because when I was pregnant for my daughter, I went to the doctor and I was crying and he asked me what was wrong, and she was my only child. So I'm like, my baby, I had a dream. My baby had an alien face. He was like, you'll be okay. It was, oh, I buried my, hold on one second. I actually put the crocodile away. Surprise, surprise. I have this new organizational piece and I love it. So we're going to use that in there. And I've got some words here. I missed some. You're in your happy zone. Trying to find a little label here. This is one of my boxes of stuff. When I'm bored and I really can't find any, I'm not inspired to make anything, I print stuff from digitals and I just cut it all out so it's ready to go. And I think this one's my favorite tag. It's just so old school with the woven paper. I think it turned out cool. And of course, butterflies. You can't go wrong with butterflies, in my opinion. Bring a ticket. Get something to make this pop off here. Yeah, I don't want that red. Let's do this. Hold on, I'm always changing my mind. Hi, Rhonda. So I was saying something and I totally lost my train of thought. Anyway, I got some new organizational pieces and I moved everything around and actually kept the room pretty straight, which is surprising. And I cleaned out my huge bin of scraps. If I can find the picture, I'd pull it up and show you what I mean by huge bin. And put them into file folders so I can actually find what I'm looking for and put it back down in the same bin, which was cool. But I feel like I have a handle on the scraps now. The only ones that are not filed per se is what's in this box that I started out this project with. So I didn't want to file them and then have to go dig them out. Who said they were moving to Iowa? I know I read it, but oh, Judy's moving to Iowa. Okay, let's put that. Trying to stay in frame, ladies, but you know, I'm not that good at that. How many people we got? I just want some definition there. So I've been working in my daily journal every day, but I still have managed to be 2 days behind. Does that make any sense? Because it really doesn't make sense to my brain. I'm like, how did I do that? Okay, we need some ribbon. This is just one of my bags of mismatched ribbon. I don't have a problem or anything. I just like to hoard stuff. Asked my daughter one day what she's going to do with it all if something happens to me, and she told me she's going to put it in the attic so she could visit it. I'm like, okay. Okay, we're going to tie this in a bow. If y'all notice, I don't do anything. I'm not a matchy person, if that makes sense. I'm not a, what's the word I want to say? I'm an eclectic kind of person. Kat and everyone in chat can't stay but wanted to pop in and say hi. And thanks. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. You haven't seen your brother in 3 weeks. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so there's that one. I think it turned out cute. Tags don't have to be so, some of them are so elaborate, which are beautiful, but I think they're hard to see. They haven't seen their brother. Okay. I gotcha. I like the contrast of colors too. I really, since I started doing that daily creative journal, I really see how much I like the contrast of colors. That is not a tag. That is the book, Gordon. Okay. But the one thing I do find on my work is I love the vintage photo. I've tried the walnut stain, the black soot, but I always come back to vintage photo. I'm sorry, Angie. So there's that. Let's see what we can find in this box to put on that one. So we have some children there. We have a old scorecard from what's that game called?
Nothing.
Hmm? No. Mr. Mustard in the kitchen with the, what is the name of the game?
Hello?
Clue, that's it. Thank you. Like, it was one of my favorite games and I couldn't remember the name of it, and that's sad. Okay, we've got some tissue paper. Let's use some tissue paper. Yeah, we used to have Clue marathons, my daughter and I. Marathons that would, I think my husband would get aggravated with us. I'm like, why? Why? No, these tags are going to fill this little book that we made the last time I was on. And they just fit down in there. Really cute. This one is a little bit harder, but I don't want to cut that off. So it fits down in. I made sure everything fit within the size of the book. Okay, Angie. So that once it's filled, I can just put it in a envelope and mail it out to somebody. Because I think that would be super cool to get a Happy Mail, a random act of kindness, and just have multiple tags in it. They don't have to match to use in your own work. Or maybe I'm just crazy that way. I'll add some more. Oh, how am I using that when I have my little makeup brushes? Hi, Michelle. Sorry, I wasn't trying to ignore you. I was just engrossed in what I was doing. Yeah, I think it would be sweet to get a Happy Mail like that. Of course, any kind of mail that you get that is not a bill, that's a wonderful treat, right? Glue stick, because I'm just going to put this down with glue stick. Thank you, Brookie. See, I got the glue, the mega glue too. This is my second one or third one I've used. It actually holds pretty good. Most glue sticks I do not like. Y'all see what I did there? I angled that the wrong way. I find that regular glue sticks, it just lifts up for me. So, but when I'm putting on tissue paper and I don't want to have to deal with Mod Podge or Collage Podge is the one I use 90% of the time. The glue stick works good. Yeah, it's junk mail. Yes. Okay, so now we have that. We have some music paper I just had there. Oh no, we got some ledger here. Let's add some ledger. I love ledger paper. I like the envelopes from junk mail, but I had such a hoard, I had to thin them out and just toss some of them because I had a stack probably from here to here. It was that long, that tall. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to use those, and I'm going to continue to get it. No, I bought mine at Joann's, I think. Had a coupon, used a coupon for it at Joann's. So my niece came down yesterday. Yeah, today's Thursday, right? Yesterday, and she wanted to do a little golden book, and she wanted to see how I did it. So her and I took the golden book apart and started putting the ephemera or the pages together. And she was picking out ephemera for it, and it was just a really fun Really fun day.
Unusual.
Do what, Dan?
It was unusual for her to be here.
Yeah, it was unusual for her to be here for that length of time. Usually, she's only 24. No, actually, she's 22. She's 26. And but it was just nice to have somebody who was interested in doing the same thing. She does scrapbooking. I got her hooked on scrapbooking years ago, and we always joke around that she was always more like me than she was of her mom, and that my daughter was more like my sister-in-law than she was of me. So, yeah, it was a fun day. And I'm glad I can be here for her since she lost her mom. Because that's not easy. I'm liable to end up covering up all that blue we just put on there, you know. This is a piece of heavier paper. It came from a box of chocolate covered cherries. I just keep everything that I can use. My nieces, I have several nieces and nephews, but this niece in particular, she had lived on the same farm all of her life that I live on, so she was constantly at my house. That paper must smell, what? I'm lost. Surprise, surprise. This is some paper that I shimmer misted on the back of it. Oh, notifications. Anybody else drive you crazy with notifications when you go live? Oh, yeah, duh, sorry. Yeah, it's not a working farm anymore, but yes, I live on the same farm I grew up on. I live literally next door to the house that I came home from the hospital to. The same farm has been in our family since before the Civil War. It used to be like 160 some acres, I think, if I remember reading that right in the old deeds, but now we have 34 acres. So yeah, it's pretty cool living on a farm. But we raised chickens, and I walked outside the other day. That's been probably about a couple weeks ago, and I knew my brother said he was working on some stuff outside, and when I went out, he had taken part of the old chicken coop, what we called the rooster house, because we raised chickens for food as well as hens for the eggs. So I don't know. I like to look at chickens, but you will never ever find me raising another chicken in my lifetime. I did that. I mean, we had like 200 a year. Hi, Cheryl. And every summer we butchered 100 to 200 roosters. To this day, I barely like chicken. But there was 7 of us kids, that mom and dad. There was 7 of us, and they had to do what they had to do, because I don't know if I've told the story. If I have, then y'all can just yell in caps. Shut up, because you've told us this before. But my dad had lost his leg in a sawmill accident in 1954 when they only had 3 children. But they went on to have 4 more. And so, he couldn't find work. I'm actually going to use a sticker, and that's something I very rarely ever use, is stickers. Somebody sent me these from Tuesday morning, I think. But anyway, so he couldn't find a full-time job because where he worked out before he lost his leg was a glass plant. Well, it's kind of hard to run the glass when you're only have one leg. Yeah. And he almost lost the second leg because it was just, he didn't get pulled through the blades of the sawmill, but the shaft grabbed his pant leg and twisted it all around, and he hooked his hands like this over the upper shaft, and it was the only thing that really kept him from getting killed. But he lost all of his flesh on the inside of both hands. And it was just a very horrible accident. And back at that time, they didn't have the technology that we have now. So it's a miracle that the man lived through it all. He was by far the strongest man that I ever met in my life. Yeah, he was probably the most stubborn man I ever met in my life. And I regret one thing, and that was not spending more time with him before my mom died. I was always with my mom, but the last 9 years before he passed, my dad and I were always together. He depended on me for everything. So it's all good now. He's back with mom, and I have lots of memories. Yeah, it was horrific. The man who owned the sawmill where he got hurt at closed it that day and never reopened it. And he was letting my dad work there because dad got laid off from the glass plant for 1 month. And they were letting him work there to pay to have some logs sawn out for rough cut lumber because my dad wanted to build a room onto the house. So that's how that happened. I didn't mean to make everybody sad. Let's find another story. Okay. Let me put a ribbon in this, and then I will show you the little golden book. We'll have show and tell that way, okay? And I'm not putting, usually I put what the thing's called? Eyelet in there when I punch a hole like that, but I wasn't feeling that, so. Because me and them fight. Yeah, just enough of the blue sticking out of it to give it a little bit of background color there, I think. Ugh. Anybody else have clumsy fingers and can't get a hold of the things you need to hold on to? Okay. I might have to recut that piece of. Thank you, Carla. That home is where the heart is, and it should stick down in there. I put art glitter glue on the back of it so it doesn't fall apart. So it's going to get pretty fat because that's only 4 tags in there, and we still got 2 more to go. But let's move this real quick because I want to show you the book. Made a charm for it. Whoa. Made a charm for it. Just using random beads. Carla for little golden books. A little butterfly charm. They're actually glass beads. There's another butterfly on there somewhere. There's a star, a cross. that butterfly, the little shell button, little charm at the bottom, a button, just a regular button. That one, it is not removable unless you clip it, and then you could just have all the little charms for yourself. And it's got 1 3/4 inch spine with 4 signatures. And then I made little tabs at the front of the signature with a little charm. This one's a feather. This book was in perfect condition. I love the way it sounds too, Brooke. I could do that all night long. I'm like, oh my gosh. Just setting pet the charms on the side of the book. So I found these little tractor cut out and in a book or something and cut it out. But it was in mint condition. I did trim just the hair off of here and a hair off of the side so that it fit within the what's it called? Within the book cover. This little guy right here, I think this is why I love this book. This little guy with his bibbed overalls just makes me think of my daddy. And I'm like, oh. And of course, raising the chickens. So this was, I think this was printed, but all this stuff I didn't print for this book. It was already printed in my stash. So this was, I think this is either Johnny's or Lorna Taylor's. I'm not sure where I got that at. And then I made a tag to put in it. And sewed around it. My sewing machine is my favorite things. My coffee dyed paper. I tried a different technique and I got it a little bit darker than what I liked it. Hi, Barbara. Did I say hi to you, Darla? Let's see. Carla Farrington. How are you? I have some stamps and some of those little address things from Julie's shop, Old Design Shop. And this is a piece of notepad paper that I have had since I was probably in high school. I like the dark paper too, but it was just turned out darker than what I thought it was going to. Oh, I forgot to put a tag in there. Let's see what I can find. My husband's looking at me like something's going to go flying out of there. Let's see what this is. Somebody sent me this. I don't know who. So we'll use a pre-made tag. There we go. Smile. It's so cute. Alrighty, Angie. And then this is an envelope that Dana, Live to Learn Dana sent me, and I just added the little guy on the tractor and music, and you can actually put something in it. And this is a printout from, I think it was Julie's shop or Lorna Taylor's. I get them confused. So I just link them both in the description box. This is some composition pad paper and little kids writing paper. The horses' faces. Got to get the grandson a snack. Ooh, snack sounds good. And I made another little tag here. Okay, Michelle, that's cool. Decorated it up. This is some paper that has little bees on there. I don't know if you can tell that's what that is or not. You know, without my autocorrect, probably not. But I did print out, I did lie, I guess. I printed out on a piece of paper the word farm and some other words. This is a piece of Diane Shaw's paper from her kit. I thought it was gorgeous. This was a piece of scrap paper and I just folded it over, made a little flip. Carla's going to sing to us. Some more of my paper. The turkeys are hilarious too. Can't remember who. He was the illustrator. Ann Kennedy. I don't remember her artwork too much, but I like what I see. Just a little rose there. The piggies. Oh, I'm down for 2. Some old music paper. Those are the best babysitters sometimes ever. Oh. I'm sorry, this book makes me giggle. The cow licking the farmer is so funny. This is, my friend Rebecca sent me this butterfly. I thought it was gorgeous. An old piece of yellow stationery and a little printout. Yeah, they are sweet but humorous, that is for sure. This one has a little, I can't even tell if it's an angel or a fairy. I think it's a little fairy. Little piece of scrap paper that I turned into a little tiny pocket. Cute little couple. A lot of little tsunami roses in here. And at first I started to make it for a little boy, and then I thought, no, I'm just going to make it very eclectic, and then it can be used for anybody. A little farmer. I've got like 50 sheets of this paper that I never used. And this music paper has pencil writing all over it where somebody was using it. A little tag I got from somewhere out of a bought-in kit. Some more Diane's paper. Just a big tag I made. Like I said, very eclectic. Nothing is super matchy. Another one of those little tags that says dream. Journaling card, I should say. Little swans. Brookie, there's a chicken. I don't remember why I printed this out a long time ago, but it was in the bottom of my stash. So another tag I made, and this is a piece of the leftover fabric that I put on the spine. Thank you, Peggy. And then just little cards to tuck in there. These are either Old Design Shop or Calico Collage. I don't remember which. A little camera clip holding on another tag. It says sky's the limit. Non-alcoholic fruit wine. I'd just rather have the wine. But those die cut flowers on this one, yes, those are, I think they're tsunami rose. But I just, or they're fussy cut. I fussy cutted them. Little postcards. And just little cutouts that you can write on. I have a die cutting machine and I have several die cuts, but I don't hardly use them because it hurts my hands. So this was either from Brooke, Johnny, maybe Callie. I don't know. One of y'all sales I bought that at. And this little bird. I just thought that was really cute in there. Love the sheep. Yeah. Fussy cut. Her fussy cut flowers are my favorite thing in her shop. I have to look at your name twice every time. I know who you are, but I'm like, it doesn't say Callie Scrapper anymore. And it's kind of depressing. Hi, Pearl. This page. Oh, it's just funny to me. Pigs in the bathtub. Just some little cut-offs of the paper that I just sewed down. More pencil writing on that side. And another little journaling card. And all that stuff can come out. You can get rid of it, whatever. Some more of Diane's. I'm sorry, Callie. Barbara. I don't know. I've always just called you Callie Scrapper. I just collage tag and I glued it to some heavier cardstock to make it easier to write on. I think this might have been a Project Life card. Both of them. Where they came in a cutout of a kit, a paper pad. And the other, another one of those cutout tags or collage tags. Little barn. This is another one of my flip overs. I just added that vintage looking receipt thing there. Stick it over the page. You can put stuff in the envelope. And paper clipped it down. The turkeys have taken over his bed. All the horses are trying to get there. The images in little golden books, just I love them. For a few minutes while I'm working, and then it just takes you back to a time when you didn't have a care in the world. But who is going to read you your next storybook? And they're all in the bed. And this one has a charm, and it's a little turtle. And they're all just off bulb pins, but I did put eyelets in those. And that's the last of the actual book. It is in complete order. There's a pocket there. You can tuck something under. And I've had these for a long time, and I thought, what better? A farm grape jelly, because somebody on a farm is usually canning. So another wood. This was either Donnie or Lorna Taylor. This page, I love this page, how it turned out with all the spots, and just turned out really cool. Okay, let me read that. Like clockwork, my computer starts buffering. I do like your book, Kat. I will make a little golden book one of these days. Rebooting. Okay, Judy. I don't know why, but I just absolutely love this paper. And then this is just a cut off. I think this was Tsunami Rose, and I just made it into a tag with a piece of the fabric from the spine. And this was the other side of it. Little bookmarks. This one I didn't embellish. I thought somebody might want to put what they want on it. This, unless somebody wants to buy it tonight, it will go up in my Etsy store at $55. Thought that was cute. Those are those little spice things that I a long time ago printed out. Little envelope that I made, and I stuffed it. I don't know how well you can see that, with different embellishments. Hold on a minute. Turn the autofocus back on for just a minute. Maybe. It's going to be clear, but not be clear, I guess. But I added it to there. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Lorna. Over here we have just another Project Life card. And then this is just a piece of the coffee dyed paper that I sewed the fabric to. Used Keisha's tickets things there and made a little tab. Look how grungy that one is. So cool. Little kids paper. And then the back of the journal. And I've got my little stamp there. It says, handmade for you by Perfectly Imperfect Crafts by Kat. And there's the back. I love it. I think it's well worth $55 plus shipping. Oh yeah, please resub to Callie G because YouTube decided she was not in need of the Callie Scrapper channel. Thank you, Darla. Thank you, Peggy. Lorna sent me some little golden books. I was like, oh, so thrilled. So now I've got all kinds of little golden books to use. But this one just, it's so cool. Oh, I probably will do an actual flip through on YouTube and upload it as a video. You missed the chicken, Brooke. See if I can find the chicken real quick. There it is. I wanted to put Brooke chicken. That'd be me. Brookie's chicken. Okay. So that is that. And now back to my tags. So we have 4 done and we have 2 to go. So those that came in later. Yeah, I thought the chicken was cute. My store name is Perfectly Imperfect Crafts. No, by Perfectly Imperfect. I keep thinking they made you change it. If I can get the link, I'll put it in there. Sometimes this computer fights me, so give me a second. It should be in my description box. Should have my channel or my store name on it. Of course, I can't see my description box. Oh, yeah, I hope they don't do that with anybody's store, else's channel, because that's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. So these are the 4. This one and this one I made during Brooke's Live. It is in my description. Okay. And then these 2 I've made since I've been on here. And we're going to fill those up. And then what I'm going to do with it is just randomly pick somebody and send it out as some Happy Mail. So we've got another tag here to start. It is the very weirdest. That's just, I'm speechless. That's all. I'm just speechless. I will never understand why some things are left on Facebook or YouTube rather, and then they want to remove others. And there was nothing negative about Barb's channel. Nothing. But I guess that's why I don't get paid the big bucks, right? You're not boring. The stuff that you show, Lorna, is so beautiful that it's mesmerizing. So yeah, don't ever think your channel is boring, because it is not. All right, let's see. I got a mess here. I don't know. It's just crazy. I'm always afraid to do my little golden books because I'm afraid they're going to say, oh, well, that was for children and shut my channel down. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just ran into that earlier. So I will never understand it. Okay. So I want to use this label on there. Let's get this out of the way. Let's see what kind of paper we want to put in the background of this one. There's some music paper. Let's do music paper. Some really nasty stuff going on YouTube after I got off your channel that I just don't understand. I'll just never understand people. If you have something to say to somebody, YouTube is not the place to call them out on it. Call them. Talk to them. Or if you're that derogatory, just don't watch them. I don't know. It's nuts. I mean, I don't beg people to come to my channel. I don't sit here and trash talk everybody that comes to my channel. And I'm not going to, because I consider the people that come to my channel my friends. Oh, no, Brooke, not anybody in your group. No, not at all. I can't imagine anybody in your group doing anything like this. It's crazy. I'm this way. If I go into somebody's live or onto somebody's channel, if they are showing something that I don't particularly like, I'm not going to say a word because everybody else may like it. It's art is perspective. Not everybody loves the same type of art. Not everybody sees art in the same things. And I was taught if you can't say something nice, then don't say nothing at all. So if I don't like something, then I'm not going to hit the thumbs up. I'm not going to put a derogatory comment. I'm just going to say, well, okay, that wasn't my thing. And I'm going to go on to myself. That doesn't mean I dislike the person. I just particularly didn't like that piece that they were doing or whatever they were showing, but I don't need to make an ass of myself, excuse my language, and hit a thumbs down button and go ranting on how they should have done it better because, that's just ridiculous. And I don't want anybody coming onto my channel and saying, stuff like that, because I'm sorry, people have feelings. This is traveling. I don't want traveling. Don't want to cut that. Ooh, let's have some mixed media paper. Yeah, to each his own. Like I said, everybody likes the same thing. If people saw my daughter's art, they might be like, what is this girl doing? But she loves it. It's taken me a while to get used to her specific type of art, but I love it because I love her. But I will say it's not for everybody. But I don't look at her and say, well, that's trash. I don't trash talk her. Right. Like one of the most famous paintings in the world, loved by many, is my least favorite painting in the world. And but I'm not going to trash talk the person who painted the painting. I just you would not ever pay me to go see the Mona Lisa. No, sorry. But everybody else loves it, and not everybody in the world can be wrong. So it's just a matter of perspective. One hubby's was enough for you. Thousands. Yeah, I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers. Not because I want to be monetized. It's not about that. I just like to be able to go live on my phone. And then I can show different things that I do. But well, it's just not my cup of tea. I've lost my train of thought. I'm going to put some pink on here. The eyes on Mona Lisa scare me. The eyes of Mona Lisa definitely scare me. It's like she follows you around. Like, nah. My daughter's favorite painting is Starry Night, which I think is beautiful, but I could never paint something like that. I had a teacher in school who told me that when you do art, it should spark joy in you. It should spark an emotion in the viewer of some kind. If it doesn't, then that art is not for you. I believe you. Because I think art does spark emotions, and it does cause you to have different feelings, but not every person gets the same feeling from every piece of artwork. The hubster used to say it's an acquired taste, so let me see what Taylor. I need 3 hubbies on craft and art supply. A sugar daddy, one to stay home and take care of me, and one to travel all over the world with me and is really rich. That's good. I have one hubby. He takes good care of me, and he does stay home and take care of the household because I work and he's not able to now. So I cook, he cleans. I have a friend who thinks she has to do every single thing for her husband. Have his slippers waiting for him as he comes in the door. She is Leave It to Beaver's mother through and through. And I'm like, nah. I'm not that person. Never have been. Probably never will be. If I stayed home 24/7 and that was my full-time job, was to, just take care of my man in my household, I'd be all right. But not working full-time. Okay, that's a little different kind of tab there. Just made out of some whatever the word is. I would love to have a full-time job just doing nothing but journals. Because that's my true love. What I miss, his yellow painting. His result of different depression meds he was on at one time or another. Yeah, that's what I had. My kiddo told me that from her art history class. I can't believe she graduates in May. Oh. Yeah, I would love it. If I could get it to where I was making money all the time with it, it would so become my full-time job, much to my husband's dismay, probably. More stuff. My sister was married to a man who thought that if he needed a cup of coffee, that she should go get him that said cup of coffee. And he made the mistake of looking at me one time, and he called me Fats. He was not a very nice man, in my opinion. But anyway, he looked at me and he says, "Hey, Fats, go get me a cup of coffee." And I didn't realize my mama was standing behind me, but I looked at him and I said, "Get off your ass and go get your own damn cup of coffee. You got 2 feet, same as I do." My mom was not happy that I said, "Oh, I don't like that. It's too big." She's like, "I didn't teach you to talk like that." And I said, "You also didn't teach me to be somebody's servant." I don't understand why my sister put up with it, but what do we want to put on here, girls? Night, Pearl. No, I didn't go get him the cup of coffee. I didn't budge. Then he looked at my sister and said, "Go get me a cup of coffee." And she quit doing what she was doing and got right up and went and got him a cup of coffee. He'd have probably been going to the hospital burnt. He never asked me for another cup of coffee. And my mom probably wouldn't have got mad at me. But I was only about 10 when I said it. Like, nah. Not putting up with that. Oh, yeah. Well, my saying at work, Carla, is I'm not your maid, I'm not your mama, and I'm not your barkeeper. I don't need to know your problems. I don't need to wipe your butt, and I sure ain't picking up after you. I wanted to sign up there on my door to my office. So I think to keep me from it, they just took the door down. But I'm a little outspoken sometimes at work. Ooh, arsenic cyanide. Yeah, that very much so. Okay, I kind of like that there. And I kind of like that there. I have this thing for numbers. I don't know. My ex-husband told me to make him a sandwich once. My sister made it, then threw it on the floor, stepped on it, and put it neatly on a plate. Yeah, that'd be so me. I'm one of those people that if I get up and go to the kitchen, I'll look at my husband and say, "You need anything? Or you want anything?" And if he asks me for something, I bring it back. If I'm going to go get a drink, "Do you want a drink?" But I don't like to be ordered about. It's not any fun. And some of these teenage boys, oh my goodness. They hire these teenage boys to stock and front the shelves, and wow. I just look at him and say, "Did you treat your mama like that?" One guy, I said that to him one day. I said, "Do you treat your mom like that?" And he goes, "I don't have a mom to treat like anything. She was a drug addict and left me." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I've been put in my place." I'm like, okay. Okay, so I think I want something there, but I don't know what I want. What shall we? Oh, I know, button. Let's try a button. I gotta dig the buttons out. Give me a second. I really am using my stash. Okay, let's see. Oh, y'all can't see my stash of buttons. This is a little container from Office Depot, I think is where I got it. And it's got a little bit of everything in it. And they hit the floor quite often, too. That's too light. Don't touch the buttons. That's right. Dan's probably over shaking his head going, oh, I'm going to have to sweep that floor and there'll be 100 buttons down there.
There we go.
What do you think? I think I like the contrast of that. Or black. Or... oh, no, I like that one better. All right, let's go with that button. Yeah, one could never have too many buttons. Still trying to find the button container my mom had, though. I don't know what happened to it. It was an old metal tin. This is a piece of canvas that hadn't been stretched. So we're going to use it. We're going to sew that button to it. Okay. Let's see. Oops, grabbed it. Okay. What color thread should we use? I buy my thread on the cones for my sewing machine. And this is on my needle thread, what I use to actually sew buttons and stuff on with. For paper, not for clothing or anything. I think I want the contrast in that button was white or off-white. Chasing a 2-year-old is hard work. Yes, it is. My nephew and his wife are pregnant for their 3rd child. Their oldest is 2. And they'll be, yeah. They're pregnant for the 3rd one, and they just found out it's a baby girl. So guess what Aunt Kat gets to do? Make another baby book. Yeah, they want 5 kids. I'm like, y'all killing me. Like, nah. I stopped at 1. Of course, we probably wouldn't have stopped at 1. We probably would have had 2, but Dan's health started declining. Yeah, triplets, exactly. But they take good care of them, and they both work hard, so as long as the state isn't paying for them and all that, I'm good. As long as they take care of them. He was not going to have any And I have 2. Well, we kept saying we were not going to have any 2. And we decided 1. We decided we'd try for 1. And we got a little girl. She's our, oops. Man, I just did that wrong. Went through the wrong hole. Oh well. We'll do the wrong hole this way and then it won't look so wrong, right? This cat's ideology here. Just sew that button like you don't know what you're doing. If I'd have continued working at the first job I had, I probably would not have had any children because all I was doing was lifting, and it was quite trying on the body. And that is why I have so many issues today. Okay, let me catch back up. Hi, Mitzi. Oh, wow. Nice. Oh, sorry, Carla. Unless you didn't want them. Okay, we're going to pull some of this threads off of here. And then we're going to attach this. I don't know what time it is. Once I get crafting, I could really craft all night long. And then I'm like, oh, I got good work. I need some behind there. I got these at Pat Gatan's when it was going out of business for like, I think 12 cents a roll. It's craziness how cheap it was. Let's just sew that on. Yeah, that makes a difference when you're an aunt so young. Okay. Sorry if this is boring, y'all. Go through the paper. Shouldn't have glued that on there yet, but I did, so. Okay, we're going to make this look like a little bow. I had my daughter's name picked out before I was ever 15 years old and never even knew my husband. I always knew if I had a little girl what her name would be. Oh, this needle is very dull. Yeah, being an aunt, you get to... Thank you. Being an aunt, you get to spoil them and then give them back to their mom and dad. All right. So now let's do this real quick. We'll just use this thread since I'm in the hole here. And sew this little button on. I like it. My mom's in heaven going, girl, what are you doing? I show you how to sew a button the right way. Okay. We're just going to put a little piece of tape on this. Or not tape, a little bit of glue on the bottom to hold the string down. I love my art glitter glue. Okay, so what do you think? I lost my mouse. That's right beside me. So I think it turned out a little cute with the little button at the top. Oh, that is so blurry. Or at least it's blurry on my end. There's that better. Crooked, but better. That's the best one tonight. I like it too. All right. I don't know if I'm going to do what I'm going to do with this one because it's a small one. All right, let me catch up on some chat. You know how you have the babies 4 years. Oh, goodness. The old saying is never give away the baby crib or you're asking for trouble. By the way, there's a crib in the pack rat hoard since the 1960s. Yeah, I still have Ashley's crib. It took you 3 weeks to make a shaker pot. I have never done a shaker pocket, Brooke, so it would probably take me 4 years. Thank you, Lady Wolf. Thank you, Brookie. Okay, so I kind of like mixed media type stuff, but I don't do a lot of it. I did some in my journal the other night. I think this one is my favorite, and then this one because of the butterflies. These ones are out of screen. Yeah, I just never have done it. I have a love-hate relationship with acetate. It just drives me crazy. And then this one, I love the background too. Now, what shall we put on this little one? I've lost something. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's set this back here out of the way, and let's find the background. And then we can say that this one will be finished. And I will have completed a project out of my stash, which makes me happy. This is... You are all over the... Okay. It's hard to keep up with chat and do what I'm doing. I know y'all know that, so. I don't know what that is, but that's not what I want. Ooh. Let's do a black and white one. Yeah, I like that. I'm dropping things. I keep starting to say, sorry if I'm shaking the camera, but the camera's in the air and it's my computer that's shaking. I'll be all right someday. Yeah, I think. So I'm just going to glue this to the back of this and make this tag a double thickness. And we're going to cut it out. I'm going to have to rewatch this just so I can go back and read the chat. So maybe I should call it rereading. Okay, so the doctor's practice clothes. Oh, tilted uterus. My retired after Ashley was born. Well, he didn't retire. They raised the cost of malpractice insurance for the state of West Virginia so high that we lost so many doctors. And he left and went to Illinois. I told him when I found out he was leaving, it was because I yelled at him. Just because when I was in labor, and you know, we turn into different beings when you're in labor. Okay, so we have a black and white one. What do we want to put on there? Tilted or tipped? Twisted. If we're talking about uteruses and it's tilted or tipped, that's a scary thing. I was only had the one child, but I was sick for 9 months. My friend Christy, who I made that huge 12 signature baby book, they put her off work. It's just a matter of time until she has her baby. I'm so excited. She never thought she could have kids. And one day I was like, surprise, you're having a baby. Which would be surprising because she never used any kind of birth control. And then, ooh, whoa, there we go. It's baby time. Okay, let's see. You ever wonder where you get some of this stuff at? Okay. Gonna fussy cut this little doily out. Well, not too fussy, but ooh, tea sounds good. I was told you have a hard time getting pregnant and you had 2 in 1 year. They're not twins. Okay. Twins. I have twins in our family. I was afraid I'd have a twin. Well, thank God I didn't. Don't think I could handle that. I have water here I should be drinking, but anybody else have that issue? You know, you should be drinking water or something and you get so engrossed in what you're doing that you don't think about it. I made a journal page in my personal journal the other day, and I got so aggravated with it that I tore it out and threw it away and started from scratch. Or tore it up. I didn't tear the actual page out. I just tore up what was in it. Well, that's kind of cute. When I start something, I never know where I'm going with it. It takes a life of its own. But I love flowers, so they must always get flowers or butterflies. Let's use that. Irish twins. I never heard that. Oh no. Good luck with that, Barbara. I just go straight in from the live button. I don't go into my YouTube studio or any of that. I just go straight up, but I don't put a reminder on there. Just go up and hit the little thing where you upload a video or go live and hit go live and come straight on to two babies born in the same year. Okay. I just never. Okay. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. Yeah. It's kind of Justin and Erica. 3 births close to each other. I think their kids are 10.5 months apart. I don't know. I was so tired at that time. I'd have been like, get away from me, dude. No, we're not having another one right now. Get an eclectic tag. I really need to find a better way to organize these pieces of ribbon. But then I lose them. Let's punch some holes. This one I'm going to punch 2 holes. Something different. What is wrong with my... There we go. Okay. He's leaving the hospital. I sometimes read things and then go back and reread them, and I'm like, I didn't read that right the first time. Okay, I just tied my bow. Oh, I'm in the bows all of a sudden. Don't know what's wrong with me. Wow. The sister closest in age to me died when she was 3 months old. And the mom had 2 miscarriages between her and I. If she'd had all those, I may have not been born. Her dad may have said, "Oh no, stop." Okay. Let's get that over here where it belongs. Got twisted around. Okay. That means trimmed. I think we got to put some tape in there or glue in there. Okay. You ever have that happen where the bow just won't stay put? It keeps wanting to slide. I just put a little bit of glue in it. Trying to get it turned so that the polka dots are on the right side. Okay. That's a little better. There we go. 6 completed tags. Now we can fill our book up. So this one goes in the back. That one's file folder, tool, and napkin. And we're going to put this one, which was, I sewed around it, the old weaving of paper. And we have the one with the little birds. Let's see how fat this little thing gets. Then we'll put the little butterfly tag. And the one with the button. And then we get the new one with that. And then we get our string. I still think it reminds me of a big tea bag when I'm done. So there's project 1 completed. Thank you. And I think it'll make cute little friend mail. If anybody has these in their shop, let me know. They're little double-sided. They both say 341. It's kind of perforated in the middle. Antique tags or vintage tags. I'm sure I'm just typing everything in wrong. Thank you, Brooke. Thank you, Carla. Peggy. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Mitzi. Elizabeth. Yes, friend mail. A happy mail. So one of y'all might get surprised and it might end up in your mailbox. But I love the little pattern of it. Cute. I've got one more to do. I got to finish the tags in this one. So, but I haven't started it because I like this one the best. That makes sense. And then you could turn it into an actual little book if you'd leave it open, which we might do that in an upcoming video. You never know. If it's friend mail, it has to go to Darla. Okay. I love Darla. She's awesome. Like all my friends. So now I'm going to, Brookie, this is my favorite, but I don't think it's going to be big enough for 2 months. What do you think? It is so chunky. I'll show you my mixed media page from the other day. It's layers and layers of napkin. And these are some cardboard letters. I didn't have enough to do this. And then, yeah. It's like, this is just January. Ooh. I'm like, it's going to be so stuffed. But I put in the calendar. It's got all kinds of stuff written on it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This one. Had somebody message me. They didn't believe I drew that myself. I'm like, why? It's just doodles. That's what I used to do in my mind. I I didn't know junk journaling then, and I didn't want to scrapbook, so I just doodled. Yeah, it's probably gonna be like this. I'm like, next one, I think I'll put a 3-inch spine on it. Oh, thank you. But this one took a while. I had to let it dry for days because I had so many napkins on it. But I want another book because I love the horizontal orientation of the book. It's perfect because it's like having a double page spread on one. Oh, thanks, Darla. It's just, I don't know, it's just what I do. Maybe someday. I get bored and that's, I think I used another piece of my art in here, didn't I? I like this one too because it tears off there. It's all Velcroed in. Yeah, I don't think I could ever go back to a regular. Holy cow, Carla! 74 different napkins with birds. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, this was my artwork back here too. All the little hearts and circles. I just like to doodle. That's where my daughter gets it from. Gets her art from. You don't like birds? They have judgment eyes. Well, okay. I counted my little golden books the other day, and after with what Lorna sent me, I think I have 40 of them. But that's okay. I'm that person but I want more. I still haven't decided a price on these. To put these in the shop. The little notepads. That's my biggest downfall with my shop. I don't know what to charge people. My brain just says, just send it to them. It'll be okay. I think I need some too, people. We should take those. I'll send out some. I have a in my back hallway in the bookcase that was my daughter's that I read to her, but yeah, I love making junk journals, but I found that I love little golden books are like, I'm obsessed with them right now. I didn't used to like birds because they have arms walking around all weird. That's very true. I have judgment eyes. No. I like cardinals are my favorite birds, and then blue jays. As long as the blue jay isn't singing, screeching. I hate the sound they make, but yeah. Somebody did that to me the other day, and I just took a drink of coffee. Oh my gosh, there's nothing like having coffee in your nose. All right, ladies. Well, it is after 10. My darling alarm clock will go off early in the morning, so I can go back to the pig and work. So I'm going to get off here. I thank you all for coming. And if you do something that use just your stash, hashtag Stash Buster Thursdays so we can all see it. It's fun using your stash. It's like I like seeing it dwindle. So then I can, after I get it all dwindled, I can use more. It was great spending the night with you all, the evening with you all, and I'll have to go back and read all the fun you all were having in chat because yeah, it goes by too fast. I can't read it all. Sometimes I think we all need to have this little person that speaks it to us. I will try to be, I'll be in and out of the sale, Brooke, because I will be at work until 10 p.m. I go in at noon and we'll be there until 10 p.m. So, but you'll keep me company while I'm keying signs that need to be made. And usually the one guy that likes to complain because I have my phone not be there. So he's adding herself. Yes, I got my paper. I haven't used it yet. It is sitting here beside me. Anyway, my computer just told me my connection is stable, so I will meet all you unstable people at the next live. So I started out the stream as an unstable stream. Well, apparently I can't type. All right. Good night.